What's up, people? We are here with a demo version of a new visual novel called Newton and the Apple Tree. I mean, I'm pretty sure most, if not everybody, at some point in their life has heard about the good old Apple incident, right? That inspired Newton to formulate his theory of gravity, all based on him sitting underneath a tree and an apple falling on top of his head. Although I believe that part is actually a myth, the part of the not the apple falling, but like the part where it falls on his head. I don't think that actually happened, or that's not what inspired him. But nevertheless, yeah, we're here with the demo version of this visual novel that's actually currently still on Kickstarter, but it has, like, within the first 2-3 days or something, just blasted through its goal. I believe it's at currently at 130 something % or something, so it's already fully funded. But there are some extra bonuses, and so you can still support the game or fund it if you would like. Obviously, sometimes there are special goals, as I mentioned. There's also some sort of, like, you know, depending on the tier at which you fund the game or help pledge towards the game, you get some goodies and whatnot. You know, everybody's familiar with those things in Kickstarter, so I recommend checking it out if you're interested in doing so. Link will be down below, as well as the link to the download of playing the demo yourself, of course. Yeah, I'm actually quite interested in this, so it looked pretty cool just seeing it. And of course, this is fucking December, right? December is the time where it's a really busy month in terms of, like, holidays and shit, but also in terms of visual novels. Like, I'm playing a couple of demos right now, but very, very soon a lot of other new visual novels are coming out as well towards, like, the middle of December. So we got a busy month ahead of us, but that also means a shit ton of fun, right? So without further ado, I think we're just gonna start this one. I'm not entirely sure how, like, Newton and the whole apple tree thingy is going to be incorporated into the story. That's one thing that actually intrigues me, so let's start. Try out the demo, let me view the HC. We can already fucking check that shit out right now? Alright, this is for me only, okay? We do have some sexy bits for you. We added some nice scenes for all of you. We hope you enjoyed them. It's time for real, or this time for real. See you again in the full game. Wait, so they just showcase... Ah, really? So you can just choose which scenes you want? Apparently this is... I'm assuming this is just H scenes that they just show off. This is probably not part of, like, the actual story in the demo, considering the demos are usually like 2 to 3 hours at maximum or something, right, of the story that it showcases. But here they're just giving you a quick sneak peek at what the H scenes will be like, I guess. I'm not sure if I'm gonna click on any of them. I'm gonna hold on until the full release, okay? I'm gonna edge myself here and just be patient, because obviously you guys are here to watch me play the demo, not because of the H sheets. No, but if you seriously want to check those out, you can just download it yourself. It would just kind of be like checking out the scenes without any context around it, which kind of just makes it... It doesn't serve any purpose for this video, right? You'd just be like showing a picture that's censored and then nothing else, basically. Right? It doesn't really make sense. Usually, with 18 is like, okay, it's fun because I can do something, poke fun at it, or do things with it, you know, because all the events leading up to that moment, you know, you can add some funny commentary or whatever, right? You can do that shit. But if it's just a straight up 18, I don't know what the fuck to say or what to do with it. So, yeah, if you want to check those out, just download the game yourself, the demo, and we're just gonna try out the actual gameplay right now, the demo. Let's go. Something very unusual is going on. What was this plump softness overflowing beneath my right hand? What's going on already? Well, in the center of my left hand was a small bulge, one as perky as a fledgling bird. Is this really how we're gonna start things off? Immediately, my right hand is right attached to a boob immediately. Alright, I like the start of this. In my right hand rested a perfect embodiment of a guy's fantasies. It gave me a sense of security, accepting my entire being. With even the most minor movement, it bounced back softly in response. Boing, boing. But did that mean my left hand was unhappy? Not at all, it's a different kind of happy. In fact, it was experiencing complete bliss as well. This is like, you know, two kinds of happiness that are completely different, and some people consider one not to be a happiness and the other one are, but I consider them both, okay? It's just they're on two completely different levels that aren't even equivalent or comparison to each other, okay? Flat is justice, but I love big boobs. There was a faint softness hiding behind the several layers of clothing, almost imperceptible. It wasn't obvious, but it was definitely there, a roundness the male form lacks. At the very least, I could say it certainly wasn't losing out to my right hand. You could even say it was winning, in a certain way. Oh! Wait, are they saying the flatness is winning?
Asanaga-kun.
Is that me?
Asanaga-kunの手が私の胸部に触れてから32秒経っています。
Well, those 32 seconds felt like heaven. This is not what it looks like. This was a critical moment where I had to carefully consider what my next move would be. The girl in my left hand. A blonde, twin-tailed, gorgeous green-eyed beauty. Damn, her eyes. What are like all those individual dots? Hey, they also have it in the right girl's eyes. Huh. But instead... Wait, did I skip something there? Perky bird girl looked up at me, and for a moment, I thought our eyes were going to meet. But instead, she seemed to be staring straight past me, up at the endless blue sky. She's not even interested in me and like groping her flat nipple. Hey, are you okay? Kinda. I mean, you don't seem to be like, you know, pushing my hand off, so... Hey, the one on the left seems to be enjoying it way more. Oh, did I ruin it? The girl, whose mind had seemed to be anywhere but here, suddenly raised her voice. A person with any common sense wouldn't speak this loudly, not when their listener was this close to them. Come again? Something us plebs wouldn't be able to comprehend? I'm sorry. Well... The situation was completely turned on its head as she began snapping at me like a badly behaved puppy. What? Now what? She only just realized. I guess I'm sorry about that. We're not entirely sure yet. So, which one is it? Why not both? Hey, what does virgin have to do with this? Hey, knock it off. I know it's true, but you don't have to say it. Oh, that hit me right where it hurts. You didn't have to say it, okay? I know I'm like groping your boob, but calling me a virgin? That's way worse than what I'm doing to you, okay?
Asanaga-kun, 話してあげてください。かわいそうでこれ以上見ていられません。
Yeah, you're right.
どこまでも落ちていく幼馴染を見ているのは、さすがの私でも辛いです。
Oh, her childhood friend? You mean I'm the pitiful one? I see. That made sense. Thinking it over, I sure was pitiful, wasn't I? I mean, if I have two, well, one handful and another one kind of like, you know, groping around, I don't care if I'm pitiful. I feel like I'm winning, okay? The world is vast and old, and yet I don't think anyone's been quite as wrecked as I just was. How did it all begin again? Ah, for goodness sake. Let's calm down for a second. With this soft feeling overflowing out of my right hand. I'll just take a moment. May 1st, 2017, the current year. I was being watched. Without a doubt. I couldn't make out her line of sight, but I could tell. She was definitely looking at me. It's hard to tell though. My eyes aren't even looking up. That person over there was absolutely watching me. The whole time. This next song is a tribute to all of the inequality in the world. Wait, are we like a musician? Are we a street performer? To me, this song is something I wanted to... I'm going to be playing singing for you. This was hard. I had such a tough crowd, standing there right in front of me. What did you want? I wanted to hear it. I wanted to ask you what you were feeling. Just what were you thinking when you bought those eccentric glasses? What exactly possessed you to put them on? For now, I'd like you to listen to my next song. The Tropical Fish from the Greengrocers. Wow, this is beautiful. Anyway, it was time to play. All I could do was sing. The evening rush hour had mostly died down. I thought I was gonna have to sing at some point, with there also being little to no people around who were commuting by foot. So those glasses she was wearing, huh? What the hell? Why did she put on those glasses? I had just finished performing the last song within my repertoire, making it the 16th performance of the day. The girl with the Groucho glasses kept listening to my performance without moving a muscle. Well, why? What? Was she even listening to my song at all? Or was she maybe trying to make contact with aliens? I wasn't sure. And it was because I didn't know that it was making me anxious. Thank you very much for listening. I'll wrap it up here today. It sure has gotten quite chilly these days, don't you think? Trying to make small talk, of course. You know, maybe she'll become our fan. No response. Thank you very much for listening all the way up until the end. I'm pretty sure she's the only one that actually, like, you know, bothered to stand still and actually just actively listen to our music. Silence. Dead in the water? Well then, I should get packing. Nothing again. I tried to make out the expression of the girl in Groucho glasses, my sole audience member, and I meant tried, because I couldn't see anything through those. As I grabbed the guitar case that had only had some small change inside and closed the lid. I strapped the guitar to my back. I'm here on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. I'll see you next time. Well, I say that, but I only burned through all of my material today. Moreover, 16 times. Wait, did we play the same song 16 times? The truth is, you're the first person that ever stopped by to listen. Well then, if you'll excuse me, I'll be taking my leave now. By the way, those Groucho glasses, they surprised me at first, but I think they suit you. Is that supposed to be a compliment? Maybe. It happened there, when I walked towards the ticket gate of an almost deserted station square. I felt something violently tug on the guitar strapped to my back. Whoa! What the? The girl wearing the Groucho glasses looked down on me, as her long hair fluttered in the wind. What's the big deal? Huh? An unexpected, cool, and intellectual voice came from behind the Groucho glasses, though it wasn't the time to think about that. Yeah, you can definitely take that as an insult. What? Well... When she asked about it again, it was hard to answer her head on. Besides, they didn't actually suit her at all to begin with. I don't really understand where you're going with this, though. Of course I'm afraid in a situation like this. Isn't that a normal reaction? I mean, it kind of seems, it looks like she just, like, you know, dragged me to the ground. There wasn't the slightest smile visible on the Groucho glasses girl's face. It wasn't even a straight face, because we can't tell. And naturally, you couldn't even get a hint of what was going on behind the glasses. you couldn't even tell what kind of expression the person had. I'm pretty sure that's not allowed while playing poker, right? But this would be ideal. This would be a perfect glasses to wear while playing poker. I mean, I'm pretty sure some people actually, they wear sunglasses just to, like, minimize the amount of tells. That because some can actually, you know, some people can read your eyes and like, oh yeah, I can tell you're lying. So some people just wear sunglasses. But I'm pretty sure this types of glasses that completely, like, remove most, if not all, of your facial expressions, it's not allowed. But it would be awesome. Well, what was with this girl? What the hell is this about?
私の中での装飾品に対する似合うの定義は、装着することによって好印象を持つ人が1人以上増加すると予測される際に使う形容詞。
Okay. Yeah? The Groucho glasses wearing girl read something out loud, straight out of her head, without intonation. Definition? Adjective?
同じ定義の言葉だと受け取っていいですか?
I'm sorry, but I'm seriously not following this conversation right now at all. Did I upset her or something? Yeah, kinda, dude. Kinda.
何をしているんですか?
Huh?
何をしているんですか? Asanaga Syuji君.
She knows my name. Huh? How did she know my full name? Who are you? As subtle as a plank to the face, if I do say so myself. That was the best I could come up with, in my panic state. Slowly, the girl raised a hand to her glasses. Uh-oh, the big reveal. An eerie silence took over. Beyond her glasses, what kind of expression was she giving me? Her face looked kind of familiar. Hey, aren't you going to take those off? I thought she's like teasing me. She's like, you want me to take them off, right? Oh, there we go. It's her. It's the girl on the right. Of course, I should have recognized the boobs from before, from earlier. My bad. Who was she? I really wanted to shout at her, but the face of the girl beyond those Groucho glasses was so overwhelmingly beautiful. Yeah, what the fuck was she wearing those glasses for in the first place, right? You shouldn't hide something as pretty as that. I was unable to, and ended up gulping down air. Her cold eyes, looking down on me, seemed to awaken something deep inside me. Yes, the way she looked down on me, those eyes filled with contempt. I didn't hate it. Not at all. Rather, I was kinda into it. Yeah, punish me more, mom. I almost said mama. Let's not go there, let's not go there. I seem to have discovered a whole new kind of fetish. Oh gosh. In the end, I couldn't read her expressions even without the glasses. In that moment, a dusted memory started rattling deep inside my brain. I suddenly remembered the beauty right in front of me. And so, the vague afterimage that formed within my memories and the features of the girl standing before me finally overlapped. Yotsuko, is that you? The name of my childhood friend. Ah, we were separated at some point, and now we just met her again. We only just recognized her. A name I was all too well used to saying.
387分7秒かかりましたよ.
Holy crap. I mean, hey, a large part of that is because you had those fucking glasses on, okay? That's 5 hours? 6 hours? 6 hours, 27 minutes, and 37 seconds? What in the world are you doing here?
こっちのセリフですけど.
What? I was at a loss for of words, and Yotsuko kept silently looking down on me. I finally found what I want to do. Play music.
さっきの変な歌を歌うこと.
Are you trying to say you don't like him? I feel like the background sound is a bit too loud. Let's put it at like a nice 47. That's a no, 45. Well, sorry you had to listen to my strange songs for exactly 387 minutes and 7 seconds straight. Oh, should we add an extra 30 seconds before? But you're the one that kept listening this whole time, you know?
ですけど、やめた方がいいですよ。音楽ないですよ。
Wow. Wow, you're so cruel. she actually gave me false hope by standing there listening to me for like 6 hours straight. I thought like, oh wow, I thought I reached this girl with my music, my beautiful music. Maybe I have talent after all. See, I'm proving you wrong, Mom and Dad. And then she's actually just stood there that long just to shove it in my face like, yeah, you suck at this. You sure have a sharp tongue, don't you? They might not make you bleed, but words can be deadly too, you know? But hey, it's fine. Say whatever you want, it's fine. I don't care. And why's that? Who? I'm used to having my grandpa shoved into the conversation. Whatever, it's fine, really. Besides, I don't even know where he got himself lost right now. So... is our grandpa famous or something? Huh? Grandpa... What did you say? Package? Yotsuko slowly nodded in response. Oh, Yotsuko. Okay, there we go. I have to, repeat a name 5 times in order to not forget it. Yotsuko. When? Talk about timing. England. England, huh? 3 years ago, my grandpa just ran off on one of his trips to Europe, and I hadn't heard from him since. So that's where he went. Anyway, what did he send? Yotsuko removed the choker that was attached to her neck. I noticed there was like a small key attached to it. In the palm of her held-out hand laid a single, ordinary brass key. What is this? Yeah, a key for what? But what is it for? Huh, I see. What else? Oh, really now? So we're going to London? Wait, he wants us to go meet up with him? He has been traveling around for how many years already? And he's suddenly calling us out? Into England of all places? Why didn't this mental woman even bat an eye at my grandpa's blatant selfishness? Tenbridge University. Of course I know the name. A university that keeps producing excellent scientists one after the other. Above all, its reputation is unmistakable in the world of theoretical physics, and it's regarded as one of the best educational institutions in the world. Wow. We're going there? This is quite a rash decision. How about no? I said I'm not. What do you mean, built for me? No, that's not right. It's just a big misunderstanding, Yotsuko. That wasn't made for me. I'm not the one Grandpa is expecting. Yotsuko! When you moved out, a lot of things happened, and I kinda quit physics. I don't even read books anymore. So, you should go after your dream, Yotsuko. Do it for me too, okay? I'm sure Grandpa feels the same way. So those tickets were probably meant just for you, Yotsuko. Yeah, both of them were meant for her, dude. Invite someone from the academia or something. There's a bunch of them that want to see Grandpa, right? I turned my back to Yotsuko and walked away. I intended to break away from the me that was engrossed in science. I turned without looking back, making my way to the station. Uh-oh. Whew. Uh-oh. She seemed to have let us walk away, but I'm pretty sure she's gonna do something. I dropped my stuff and flopped onto the bed. She sure got pretty. How many years has it been since the last time I saw her? I haven't seen her since she moved. So that was, what, 7 or 8 years prior? It felt like such a long time ago, but it also felt like it was only yesterday. England, huh? I gave myself to the imminent sleepiness and closed my eyelids. And before we actually just wake up and we're in fucking England. Whoa, amazing. What is this?
私も見たい
It's so old and stuff, but you can totally see with
ニュー
it.
トン式反射望遠鏡じゃぞい。
Telescope. Newton?
誰
アイザック・ニュートン。近代科学の父と言っても過言ではない。大科学者じゃ。
Mm-hmm. Oh, he's so cool.
その人がこの望遠鏡を作ったの
うん。ニュートンは有能な発明家でもあったからな。ニュートンの大発見といえば、もちろん万有引力なわけじゃが。
Mm-hmm. Wow, the moon has a hole.
私も見たい見たいよ
I believe the technical term is crater, you dumbass.
これ割と大事な話の途中じゃぞい。
Nobody cares about your story, old man. Who cares about that, old
おっ
man?
さん。はて、どうだろうの。
女の人なの
Wait, what? No, his hair was long, but he was an old man.
そうだったかの。人は見た目によらないって言うからの。
Really? Was Sir Isaac Newton actually a woman? A girl? Jeez, we'll listen to your old man stories sometime later or something. Okay, Grandpa? Tell us how to play around with this telescope first.
デンジデンジ
やれやれ。
Ha ha ha. May 3rd, 2017. Oh, we're back here again. Okay, so we didn't get dragged off to England without us even knowing. So I'm assuming it's Thursday or something now, right? Because we came here every other day, basically, to perform. Maybe it's because I saw Yotsuko again, but I had a really nostalgic dream. Now that I thought about it, that's when I was the most devoted to my studies. I really thought I would surpass Grandpa one day. In the end, I couldn't stay invested in science like Grandpa and Yotsuko. I wanted to try doing something else. I realized I was no match for my grandpa when it came to science, so I wanted to find my own something. I mean, that's something that's like, I feel like it's pretty hard to live in like the shadow of your father or grandfather when they are considered like the very best at their specific field or whatever they do, right? Like imagine the son of Michael Jordan, right? It'd be fucking difficult to be his son, I feel. Because I'm pretty sure, like, okay, maybe LeBron, if any of you even follow basketball, right? But I'm pretty sure everybody knows him. Michael Jordan is just considered the best basketball player ever, right? But imagine being his son and you also get into basketball. You'll always be in the shadow of your father. People expect great things of you, something you probably most likely can't live up to, and you'll always be compared to your father, and it'll always be thrown in your face whenever you're trying to do something or whatever, and it's just it's really difficult, I'd imagine, right? Because some people might even expect you to be at the same level, same caliber, or even surpass that. How can you even live up to that? That's fucking insane. I don't know. I feel like I had no pressure reasonably well, but something like that would just, I don't know if I could do that. Hell no. I realized I was no match for my grandpa when it came to oh yeah, I already read this. That desire came to be when grandpa kept pushing me into science. And every single time the person around me pushed their expectations on me as the grandson of Asanaga Shuichiro. That weighed heavily on my mind. Yeah, I can imagine. And when Grandpa went missing, I realized the truth and finally quit science. I quit. what would I go to Tenbridge for now? I have music now, yeah. Music is so much better, huh? What an upgrade of career choice from science to music. Fuck you, bitches. If I was in England, I would rather go to Abbey Road and Tenbridge. I would have loved to see the Royal Albert Hall over Oxford any day. I wasn't a scientist. That's why I went around all the CD and musical instrument shops I could find, spending my days doing street performances in the neighboring towns so I couldn't get seen by anyone I know. I was really familiar with this shop too, but my favorite genre of music wasn't all that popular in Japan, and I knew this probably wouldn't lead into anything fresh and exciting, but I'm sure something will come my way if I keep at it. That's weird. The bargain corner is out in the open. Without much expectation, I turned my eyes towards the CDs and booklets that were neatly arranged in a strange way. What? What? The elusive copy of Mike Newfield's one and only live concert in Japan? Holy shit, I don't know who the fuck that is, but it sounds really fucking exciting. I heard it got released as a cassette tape once, but I never imagined that a CD version of it actually existed. Oh my god, hold me now, Jesus! The Phantom album that disappeared from the store shelves after the whole label change disaster. It wasn't supposed to have been sold domestically since back in '84, and it contained a full score from his live concert in Montreux. What? This is like a fucking collector's edition, okay? What was this? It was almost as if it pinpointed me directly. A special set-up bargain corner for total maniacs. There it is. There it is. I knew at some point she was gonna do something. She's trying to get me this way, huh? She's trying to appeal to my current hobby. My current passion of music. Whoa! Oh my god. She's not thinking that I don't recognize her, right? Like, why would she do the exact same getup as when I first met her? At which she already revealed to me, right? That's Yotsuko, right? That she is herself after taking off the glasses. And for some reason she decided it'd be a good idea to wear them again the next day, or 2 days later actually, and fool me again? What? You thought I wouldn't catch on to you? Ruse Master Yotsuko-san?
おかしいですね。顔の 37% を認識されなければ個人特定はできないはずなのに。
If I've just seen like the rest of her body 2 days ago, then I don't care. I don't even need to see a face. You can recognize a person from behind, yeah, right? From just their back view. I just saw you yesterday. Only a goldfish could forget in that time span. Well, what was it yesterday? I'm pretty sure it was on March 1st or 3rd, right? That's 2 days, mind you.
お客様、推測で物事を決めるのはやめましょう。
Don't tell. Oh, you know, that was actually my twin sister.
アイザック・ニュートンも言いました。私は仮説を立てないと。
I mean, I guess because you can't say with 100% certainty that it's exactly the same, right? Because theoretically, it's possible that she is just a person that looks exactly like the exterior. Everything else except the face looks exactly like Yotsuko. And if we were to remove the glasses right now off her face, it would be a different face and also a different person. That's theoretically possible, I guess, but obviously that's not the fucking case.
気に入りましたか？そのワゴンセール。気に入ったでしょうね、お客様。
What in the world is
お買い
this?
上げありがとうございます。
I didn't buy anything yet. Listen to me. I'll put it back where it was, so
つき
stop.
ましては、ただいまキャンペーン中なので、はい、どうぞ。
A special campaign, huh? A free trip to England? Where did you get this
お
from?
客様に代わりまして、一回回しますね。
Why are you the one spinning it? At least let me do that myself. Yeah, let me guess what will win. Oh, a golden ball! Oh, yay! What is it?
大当たり。
Yay, we have a winner! Jackpot! Cling, cling, cling! That's just shameless.
はい、 一等の商品はこちら。
Let me guess. Oh, what in the world did we win? Oh my god. Hey, would you listen to me for once?
幼馴染と行くイギリスはケンブリッジ地方を巡る科学の旅ペア招待券。
How oddly specific, huh? 2 tickets on a scientific journey across the Tenbridge region in England together with your childhood friend. It only has to be with your childhood friend? Of course! I figured as much!
朝永くん、いいんですか？このままで。
After removing the Groucho glasses, Yotsuko called me by my name. It seemed like she set up a rule to only break character when she took the glasses
いいわ
off.
けないですよね。おじいさんとちゃんと話して、それでも朝永くんが科学をやめるというのなら、私も諦めます。
So I'm pretty sure the little girl in like our dream that we had, right? Or sort of flashback dream. The little girl was obviously Yotsuko there when we were looking up at the stars through the telescope.
こんな風に付きまとったりもしない。でも、逃げるように生きていくのは、朝永くんらしくないです。そんなの、私が知っている朝永くんじゃない。
Yotsuko said this wasn't the kind of person I was, huh? I was sure that, inside of her, the old, young me from a time when I was still captivated by the world of science was still
あの歌
there.
も、痛々しくて聞いていられない。
I know, I get it, okay? I suck at music. Even though you listened to them for 6 hours straight?
387分7秒です。
Alright, alright, alright.
27分7秒。サバ読まないでください。
I got it, I got it. Can't forget about the 27 minutes and 7 seconds. You sure have your numbers straight, don't
パスポ
you?
ートは持ってますよね。
Wait up! I haven't agreed to go with
行くん
you!
です。朝永くんは私と一緒に
Wow,
ケンブリッジに行きます。
she's leaving me with no
こ
choice.
れは決定事項です。このオファーを断ったところで、私はどんな手段を使ってもあなたをテンブリッジに連れて行く。
By whatever means necessary? Are you even willing to go as far as kidnap me?
5体満足での出発が前提のオファーは、これが最初で最後ですよ。
You're really starting to scare me, you know?
ご安心を。ご両親の許可は得ています。
Really? God damn my parents. Mom! Dad! Why hast thou forsaken me? It was true. Yotsuko had always followed closely behind me. She was the same girl that would always grab me by the back of my shirt and slowly move forward one step at a time when we were at a crowded place. But I wouldn't back down after setting my mind on something. I'd never given in to Yotsuko's pleas, not even once. Alright, fine. All I have to do is go with you, right? For me, England was the holy land of music. Taking a stroll through the Holy Land after giving Grandpa a piece of my mind and finally quitting science didn't sound so bad. That is, assuming Yotsuko would get off my back. And assuming I'll even make it through the trip in one piece. Why not go to England? I mean, it's a free ticket, I guess. Why not go to Tenbridge? Why not? It had been exactly 10 hours since I left Japan, after being taken away by Yotsuko. Soon afterwards, Yotsuko took me by the hand, and we hopped onto a red bus. We were watching the scenery through our window, as passengers got off one after the
あと
other.
12キロですね。
12 kilometers. Right.
朝永くん、これ。
Hmm? Yotsuko placed 20 sheets of A4 paper, bound together with staples, onto my lap. They all had English titles. Without having to ask her anything, I already figured out what this was. It was a thesis written by my grandpa. There's no way I can read this,
持って
Yotsuko.
るだけでもいいですから。
I just have to hold it? I straightened my back and Yotsuko gazed off in the direction the bus was headed, and proceeded to steal a side glance at her face. She didn't look like she was going to take the papers back, even if I refused. I decided to stop staring at her face, and tried flipping through the pages. Immediately, my eyes noticed a very nostalgic formula. Back in the day, I would always sneak into Grandpa's room and read this thesis without permission. We were such a rebel back then. There was a considerable amount of black, worn-out spots, but surprisingly, I was able to read it just fine. Yotsuko must have struggled to keep studying science, so she could succeed my grandpa after she moved. Though we were far, far away from one another, I had still heard about all of her accomplishments up where I lived. She even got selected as the girls' representative for the Math Olympics. Plus, the Math Olympics? I also heard that she made it to the top of her class in Asanaga Science Academy, the academy my grandpa established. I think he knew all about it. I really think he saw the true potential of Yotsuko's intelligence, even when we were learning our ABCs. So that's why I was sure the package was meant for Yotsuko, and not me. Less than 30 minutes. Sure, got it. I escaped to music as a way of opposing him for forcing science onto me. But I somehow ended up having my grandpa's thesis lying right on top of my lap. We headed to Ten Bridges' campus, which you could very well call the very center of the entire scientific world. After being told how to live my life by other people, I now enjoyed a lonely journey, completely isolated from everyone. Once I finally met with him, I was planning on conveying my intentions to him as clear as possible. To tell him I was quitting science, once and for all.
Asanaga-kun.
Shit, we're here? Yes. I immediately followed after Yotsuko, who got off the bus with a suitcase in her hand. 2017 Tenbridge United Kingdom of Great Britain. The first day. Wow. Wow-wee-wee-wah.
これがテンブリッジです。
Wow, amazing. It's almost like the whole city came out of a movie or
この
something.
一帯の建物はほとんどが300年以上前に建てられたものだそうです。1666年のロンドン大火の時、かのロバート・フックが復興に一役買ったわけですが。
What? The Great Fire of London? Robert Hooke? I feel like I heard
ロ
about
バート・
that.
フックはイギリス科学の中枢である王立協会の会長を務めていました。イングランドのダ・ヴィンチとも称されるほど建築家としても優秀だった彼が
The Da Vinci of England.
晩年にこのテンブリッジ地区の建築にも大きく貢献したとされています。
I know it makes sense because we're in England, but there sure is a lot of horizontal writing.
彼は焼け野原となったロンドンの測量の陣頭指揮を取り完遂させたと聞きます。町の測量、さぞ計りがいのある事業だったでしょう。
Worth measuring?
メジャーを巻く手がうずきます。
I had no idea what she's talking about. I mean, I've measured some things before.
テンブリッジ大学はあっちです。テンブリッジという名前の通り、10個の橋がかかっているらしいですよ。
I mean, it better be, right? If it only had 9 bridges, I'll be fucking suing the city for false advertising. Even though Tenbridge University is supposed to be filled with lots of intelligent people, the origin of its name is a little too simple, don't you think?
小包の贈り物はキャンパスの中のログハウスになってました。
I feel like it should have had like a riddle inside of the name of the city or campus or whatever, right? For only intelligence people would be able to figure it out. What's my grandpa doing in a place like that? I
日本よ
wonder.
りもむしろ他国に研究仲間の多い方でしたからね。
Could the room my grandpa spent all of his time during the last few years be somewhere within the campus? Did he actually have a place somewhere around the world where he could do his research in total solitude? I guess I could, oddly enough, see that being the case, as even in my own study room, I just divided my desk according to what I was thinking.
680ヤード。歩けますね。近いと言える距離です。
Yeah, she's a very precise, exact girl, right? She's like, she knows exactly, alright, it's 680 yards away from here, and the whole spiel, and she said like, you know, 387 minutes and 37 minutes, I don't fucking know. Yeah, 300, I don't fucking know, I don't remember. It was 397 and 7 seconds, something like that. 680 yards?
621.79メートル。私の中の近いの定義は720メートル圏内です。
Alright then.
歩きましょう、朝永くん。
I guess it's, according to your definition, close by then. Do you really have to define
当たり
everything?
前でしょ。
Is that so? Damn, this city looks amazing. I wonder what Grandpa would think if he could see me
さ
now.
あ、どうでしょうね。私にはおじいさんの気持ちはわかりません。それは朝永くんが自分の目で見て定義すればいいことではないでしょうか。
Define it, huh?
私も朝永くんもおじいさんになることはできません。人と分かり合うことなんて絶対にできない。だから自分の中で定義するしかないですよ。
True. Is that how it is? Don't you think that's like a hard way to live your
いいえ、
life?
測定と定義は私の生きがいです。楽しいですよ、毎日が。
Oh. Raison d'etre, I remember that. Sort of reason for living, right?
毎朝自分の3サイズを測っている時に今日を生きる自分の手応えが得られます。
Really now? All three of them? All three sizes, huh? Would you mind, you know, informing me of those? Wait, you really take your own body measurements every single
当た
day?
り前じゃないですか。朝永くんは測らないんですか？
Not my height. Hell no! The thought of measuring myself has never even crossed my mind. Oh, not even once, Shuichi. Not even once. Bringing up a fairly sexual topic like this without any hesitation. Yotsuko really grew up. So, this is Tenbridge University, huh? The epicenter of modern science. The whole city was also like that, but every single building looks kinda... how do I put it? Old.
12世紀に創立された名門ですからね。今のキャンパスは15世紀に建てられて以来、未だに現役の建物もあります。
That's more than 500 years ago. Impressive.
テンブリッジといえば、ロバート・フックにダーウィン、
Darwin?
マクスウェル、それ
Darwin?
にあのアイザック・ニュートンも在籍していた名門中の名門です。
Oh.
彼らが過ごした学び屋に今こうして立っているんだと思うと血は筋肉踊りますね。
Oh, I know, right? It's so exciting. Imagine this. I'm standing on the same stones on which Sir Isaac Newton himself walked upon.
何ですか？
Oh, nothing. I was just oddly impressed with the fact that you seem to have such big mood swings when you talk about these things, Yotsuko.
当たり前じゃないですか。人を何だと思ってるんですか？
Yeah, they aren't your common everyday plebs, that's for damn sure.
ちなみに血は筋肉踊るの定義はある事象について考察している時に意図せず心拍数が 1.08 倍以上になること。
Oh my gosh, she really needs to define everything exactly, right? Involuntarily multiplies by by 1.08. Alright. Wow. It's really amazing that you are aware that your heart rate multiplies by 1.08
訓練ですよ
times.
朝永くん。測定は訓練です。行きましょう。
Right. I started following behind Yotsuko, pamphlet in hand. It was the first week of May. There weren't many students on campus, possibly because they were all in lectures. Once we had passed through the campus, we started climbing up a gentle slope. Then, a small cabin came into view.
ここですね。
Yotsuko turned around to face me again.
ここがおじいさんが過ごしていた場所です。
Is that so? That's... how should I say this? I once again looked up at the small cabin that was built right on top of the hill. Though I had to say, compared to the overwhelming buildings from before, the size of this thing sure lacks some of that same punch. Compared to some of the other buildings we saw, this one just seems small and cozy.
パンフレットによれば、この建物はかつてテンブリッジに在学していたアイザック・ニュートンの個別書庫でもあったらしいですよ。
Wow, his very own personal library? Well, my grandpa did have a deep fondness for Newton after all.
何か調べ物でもしていたんですかね。
That was right. Grandpa used to always tell us stories about Newton back when we were young, about how he was the father of modern science, and he was very knowledgeable about politics. And yet, even with all that, the man had a humble personality, and he was a good person as well. I thought back on how happy he was when he spoke about those things. This certainly was a place where he would have spent all of his time, but I felt strangely put off. Let's try going in, shall we?
はい。
Gramps, are you there? Wait, where's the light
電
switch?
気来てないのかもしれませんね。
Oh my god, he wants to like live the way Sir Isaac Newton lived himself, with only candles, no electricity. Yeah, good point. He's channeling his inner Newton. We took advantage of the daylight leaking through the open door and started looking around inside. Before long, we discovered some candles and a box of matches within arm's reach. Just some candles,
ニュ
huh?
ートンの時代、電気どころかガス灯すらないですからね。
See? I knew it. Mm-hmm. Quite the primitive age they lived in back then, huh? As we entered the room, a cloud of dust that had accumulated on the floor got sent up into the air. Seemed like the place hadn't been properly maintained at all over the years.
窓開けますね。
But then where's Gramps? Where's our grandpa? Sure, go ahead. Ah, the light! It burns! There was a bookstand placed at either edge of the desk. On one end was Cosmology by Steven Weinberg, and on the other was Paul Dirac's The Principles of Quantum Mechanics. Both books were famous, and those copies were worn out. Perhaps they lined up some of the natural science books next to each other in order to show them off to random tourists. At that moment, I suddenly heard an unfamiliar sound and raised my head. Yotsuko had put a measuring device on the edge of the desk. She's measuring it?
ど
Huh?
うしました？
What are you doing? That's what I should be asking you, don't you think? What are you trying to
計
do?
測ですけど。ふむふむ。
Humma. Yotsuko took a memo pad from her pouch and started writing something down, as if she'd figured out something all on her own.
お気になさらず、一通り測っておきますので。
Okay. Right after saying that, Yotsuko went around the back of the desk and began measuring the size of the drawer. It was normally difficult enough to not mind what she was doing, but it was even tougher in that moment. Something the matter?
扉がありますね。
Oh, a trapdoor? Said Yotsuko, who had been crouching beneath the desk, while looking up at me. What if Grandpa actually fell in there and he's been in there for like months? He's probably already dead then. A trapdoor? Upon further inspection, I noticed a square indent in the floor. Can you open
ど
it?
うなんでしょう。
I stooped down to get under the desk and wiped away some of the dust. The opening was only big enough for one person to go through at a time. Could it lead to a
で
basement?
すね。
Why not have stairs to a basement? Why a trapdoor to the basement? The square-shaped trapdoor had 3 hinges on it, and a single hole. I wondered if you had to put something into the hole and then lift it up to open it. Maybe it was a hidden
入ってみ
room.
ますか？
That sounds pretty creepy. Going down into a hole, down into the ground? Huh? You sure that's a good idea?
せっかくここまで来たんですし、なんというか、あざとすぎませんか？
Don't you mean, aren't you dying to see what's lying down below? Lies ahead of what?
机の下の地下室への扉。
Well, I guess so.
はい、どうぞ。
Oh wait, I'm going... Yotsuko held out a metal pole about the same length as
この
me.
棒をそこの穴に入れます。
Are you going down or am I going down? Right. Push this metal pole into the hole. There we go. The trapdoor was lighter than it appeared to be at first, since it opened after applying just a small bit of
何
force.
か見えますか？
Is this a
降りて
ladder?
みましょう。明かり持ってきます。
With the light Yotsuko brought in hand, I began descending the ladder. In a basement, or the basement, turned into a dome, moderate in size. Is that it? That's a telescope, right? I can faintly, vaguely see it. I had a feeling that this space could hold about 4 or 5 people at most. Looking at the wall, there were 4 candle holders in total placed against it. Yotsuko, I'll light the candles. Whoosh.
こうなってるんですね。中。
Oh.
それ
Yeah.
で
Ooh, you see it too? Both of our gazes were transfixed on a single mysterious device enshrined right in the center of the dome. Is this it? Is this Sir Isaac Newton's, his very own first creation of the telescope? It's a reflecting telescope, isn't
ええ
it?
ニュートン式反射望遠鏡です。
A Newtonian. That was right. I still remembered it. It was my favorite tool when I was young. It had since been made obsolete by modern telescopes, but I fell in love with its simple, almost primitive design. And though I may call it primitive, you could see through it really well. What's it doing here in the basement? The telescope, right in the middle of the dome-shaped room, looked more like it had been set up there than simply put in storage. I tried peering into the ocular lens, but naturally, since the inside of the room wasn't all that well lit, only the blurry darkness was
ちょっ
reflected.
といいですか？
What is it? Without me noticing, Yotsuko had already prepared her measuring device. She reminds me of kind of like a person who has like OCD or like severe OCD or something, right? Like she has to measure every single thing inside the room first before she feels comfortable in the room. You're planning to measure this as
当
well?
たり前です。40秒で終わらせますので。
Alright, fine. Go right ahead. Upon saying that, Yotsuko started to measure the sizes of each of the parts. She started to measure the sizes of each of the parts very precisely, from the sub-lens tube to the cylindrical main lens tube, up to the ocular lens, then back to the cylindrical frame.
直径が 213mm。ニュートンのオリジナルの7倍のスケールですね。
Oh, it is? Oh, I thought it was Newton's original one, but it's not. It really looked like there were various numbers flying around in her
重さ
head.
も計測したいところですが。
I don't think we have a weight thingy. Yotsuko said while applying her measuring device to the base of the sphere. As the name suggested, the globular pedestal frame was a cylindrical telescope body mount on top of a round-shaped body, which was in turn placed on a solid base to ensure a wide range of motion. Man, that sure brought me back. When I was just a kid, I became obsessed with that telescope. Though it had a very primitive design, it was a tool that would give a fairly accurate depiction of the distant stars. I used to always tamper with the base of the sphere, which could move around in all kinds of directions. When Yotsuko tilted the big telescope in order to measure the diameter of the sphere, I noticed a strange hole right at the bottom of it. What's up with this hole? I interrupted Yotsuko's measurements and crouched down so I could try looking into it. It turned out to be a keyhole.
鍵
Ooh.
穴ですか？
For the key that's around her neck! Yep, sure looks like it. Why would there be a keyhole inside of the telescope? Could it be that there's something inside of there? The sphere was the size of a volleyball, so perhaps it was possible that my grandpa hid something very important inside this hole. Oh, the thing around Yotsuko's neck, exactly! And the choker she was wearing around her neck. The key my grandpa sent to Yotsuko. You see, this keyhole here, that brass key was the only thing my grandpa sent us after he went missing. Yotsuko removed the choker from her neck.
これですよ
Uh-oh.
ね。
I think so. It's gotta be it, right? This kind of feels like we're on the verge of like a scientific discovery, even though it's not really like it, but you know this is something important, right? Well, no, but it's worth a shot, right? Was what I told her. But honestly, I felt confident, yeah. I'm 97% sure, okay? That key would fit into the hole, and that I would succeed in opening the lid. I was really curious as to what my grandpa hid under that telescope. What did he trust no one but Yotsuko?
そうですね。じゃあ、試してみましょうか。
Right. What's wrong?
私が開けていいんでしょうか。
The honor's all yours. Of course it is. After all, you're the one who got the key from Grandpa, right? It's not like if the wrong person opens it, it's gonna explode. Yotsuko hesitated a little, but crouched down and inserted the key into the hole. Into the slot, rather. It opened. It did. And when Yotsuko turned the key, the telescope emitted a strong, bright light. Holy shit, the floor we were standing on began to stretch out as if it was made out of rubber. The fuck is going on? The scene in front of me was slowly fading out completely. What's happening? What? What the hell?